Hey everybody, Vertigo Electric here, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. This is a website called Either.io, and it's basically an online version of the party game called Would You Rather. I got this idea from a fellow gamer who goes by the name Mumbles, and no, he doesn't actually mumble, it's just his name. But he seems like a pretty cool guy, and I saw that he posted a video of answering some of these Would You Rather questions, and I thought, man, that's a really cool idea. That sounds fun, and so I'm stealing the idea from him. But let's be honest, I doubt he's the first or even 100th person to do this. I'll put a link to his video in the description. I highly recommend you go check it out. He seems like a pretty cool guy so far. Just found him recently. Actually, he found me, and so seems like a pretty cool guy. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Let's answer some questions. So, would you rather? We're gonna basically what this is it gives me a choice of two options, and I just simply choose which one I would rather. We actually have the physical box of this game here at the house, and I think we only played it like once because I don't know, it's just in that kind of setting, someone told me it was hilarious, and so that's why we got it, and it just wasn't really very funny. But I think in this kind of setup, it's almost like a sort of Q&A kind of thing, so that my viewers kind of get to know me better in kind of weird ways. So anyway, would I rather stare at the sun for 5 seconds after being in a dark room for 5 hours, or have one eye replaced with a glass eye for the rest of my life? This is kind of a weird one. First of all, staring at the sun for 5 seconds after being in a dark room for 5 hours sounds like it could be very dangerous. I mean, I could go blind, but it doesn't, you know what, it doesn't say how long after being in a dark room, just after. I mean, it could be hours after, you know. And then again, if I have one eye replaced with a glass eye, I'd only have one usable eye, and that means I couldn't enjoy virtual reality headsets. Oh man, I'm just gonna go with this one. Stare at the sun. I think I'd be okay. Yep. Most people are as smart as I am. That's a tough one though. We started off with a tough one. So next, what's next? It's not gonna load another one? I'll just hit refresh then, that'll work. Kind of off to a buggy start, aren't we? It's not loading any more questions. What are you doing? What are you doing, game? Why don't you show me some more questions so that I can, oh, here we go. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So, would I rather see how or what created civilization, or see how or what ends civilization? Well, as a Christian believer of the Bible, I already know that God created all things, so I'm assuming civilization falls under all things, and I'm gonna have to say that, well, I kind of know both of these, you know, that's what I believe. So I would, this basically means see God. That sounds pretty awesome to me. Apparently we have some pessimists here. Not pessimists, but people that just want to see the world burn. Anyway, next. Would I rather have a giant birthmark covering 78% of my face, or have a 2-foot tail? I'd much rather have a 2-foot tail. That'd be awesome. It doesn't really say what kind of a tail. I don't know if it would be just kind of like a, you know, like a waggy tail like a dog, or if I'd have, you know, or if I had more control over it like a cat or a monkey. So, but I'm gonna say tail, definitely. Yeah. Who wants a Vert? Yeah, that's an easy one. Would you rather only be able to whisper or only be able to shout? My wife is always telling me how loud I am. Oh man, I think whisper. I think whispering would have more use than shouting, because I can go pretty much anywhere and whisper and it'd be okay, but I can't shout anywhere. And I could always, you know, if I need to use like a microphone or something, like, even if I whisper like this, I'm sure you guys can still hear me. Plus, I'd be like the ASMR man. Or is it AMSR? ASMR? Only be able to whisper, for sure. Definitely. Be a Slytherin or a Gryffindor? Well, I like snakes, so I'm going to pick Slytherin. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, whatever, next. See, would I rather fight Hulk Hogan or fight Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Oh. So is this like a fight to the death or just like a wrestling match? I like Dwayne Johnson more. Hulk Hogan seems kind of weird. I think I'd rather fight good old Dwayne. People aren't really agreeing with me on some of these questions, but that's okay. It's okay, you know, nobody's perfect. Alright, if you were to bet your life savings on a single roulette spin, would you rather bet it all on black or bet it all on red? Well, see, practically speaking, it is both the same. I prefer black as far as colors, so I'll just pick black. It doesn't really matter. It's the exact same odds. So, apparently, see, it's even, this is very, very similar. Alright, would I rather light my hands on fire for a minute or light my feet on fire for a minute? Oh, it's a tough one. See, I work on the computer for a living. I need my hands. I play games and I do code, things like that. I need, my hands are very important. My feet, you know what, if I couldn't walk, I think I could deal with that. Most of my life is spent sitting anyway. So, I'd rather light my feet on fire for a minute. Yeah. 63% agree. Would I rather poop rainbows or vomit rainbows? Now, okay, this one's... Vomiting is unpleasant in any scenario, whether it's, you know, out in public or in the privacy of your bathroom. It's just, it's sometimes painful, it's very uncomfortable, and pooping is just a normal thing. In fact, that usually feels good most of the time. Let's be honest here. But see, vomiting rainbows would be just a joy to do in public. Just be like, "Blah!" And it's just rainbows everywhere. As for being in public and having to poop rainbows, I don't know if you'd want to, like, drop your trousers and, you know, man. I'm gonna say vomit, just because maybe that would make the experience more pleasant overall. And plus, if I had to do it in public, that'd be awesome. Alright, would I rather stub my toe or get a paper cut? Stub my toe. Paper cuts are nasty. And I think in terms of how long the pain lasts, I think stubbing your toe would not last as long. So definitely I'd rather stub my toe. Would I rather be invincible or invisible? Oh man. I'm gonna say invisible. Wait. Invincible. What does that imply? That I don't feel pain either? Because that's kind of a big deal to me. But invisible... No, invincible is way more practical. Yeah. I would say, oh, if I was invisible, I could sneak around and stuff, but I don't really have any... I don't have any reason to sneak around. And if I was invincible, I wouldn't really need to be sneaking very much. So, just invincible for sure. Yeah. Yeah, most people agree with that one. The ones that are invisible are probably ugly people. Which means I should have chosen it. But whatever. Would I rather be a spouse of a polygamist or never have a relationship last longer than 2 years? Oh, man. Well, it's a tough one, because commitment's a big thing for me, and I don't like sharing. But I think of the two, I think this one would be easier to deal with long term, probably. Because this one I just like every yeah, this one I think that's a tough one. All right, would I rather be lost in the woods at night or stuck in a haunted house at night? Oh, well, if it's actually haunted, like this is a real haunted house and not just, oh, we're gonna call it a haunted house because it's dark and creepy and there's legends that it's haunted, I think I'd just say the woods, because it's just the woods. I mean, yeah, it might be creepy, but I mean, what do you got, like maybe wolves or bears? You know, I'd rather deal with that than actual haunting. I was gonna say real live hauntings, but I guess they're not alive. Woods. Yep. Most people agree on that one. Would I rather have an iPhone or an Android device? Obviously. Hello, I'm a Samsung user. Not the one that explodes. Wow, look at all these morons over here with their stupid Apple devices. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Would I rather drink 5 ounces of vodka by nose or 5 ounces of hot sauce by nose? Okay, here's the thing. I'm not an alcohol consumer, and I don't know what it would feel like trying to drink vodka through the nose. But I'm pretty big on hot sauces, and this doesn't say how hot the sauce has to be. I mean, we could be talking like Del Taco mild sauce. It doesn't say. It's still a hot sauce. So I'm gonna pick hot sauce. Absolutely. Look at all these drunks over here. Whatever. Hot sauce is where it's at, guys. Come on. Watch a 24-hour marathon of. Why did they? Anyway, Jersey Shore or Sex in the City. Oh man, this is. Gee. See, would I rather have my skin flayed or be waterboarded? This is terrible. I think between the two, this one would probably have marginally less brain damage to me. Yeah. Alright, if you had to destroy a form of writing, would you rather have all non-fiction writing up till present destroyed or have all fiction writing up till present destroyed? I'm gonna say have all fiction, because I mean, education, guys. Come on, we need to keep the non-fiction stuff. While this would be pretty terrible, I'm gonna have to choose it. Yep, most people agree with me. These guys, these are the people that watch Jersey Shore. Alright, we'll only do a few more here. Would I rather be a professional taser testee? It's weird. In my peripheral vision of reading this, my brain was preparing to say taste tester. Taser testee or be a professional beanbag gun testee. beanbag gun testy. So this is like a gun that shoots beanbags, like hacky sack size beanbags or something. Probably this. Yeah, I think this would overall be less bad. Yeah, okay, most people agree with that one. Alright, would I rather always have mud in my shoes or always have a pebble in my shoe? Well, a pebble, I think mud. Of course, my feet would probably start to, the skin and flesh would get raw and gooey, and that would be bad. But wait a minute, it doesn't say what size the pebble is. I mean, how big are we talking? Are we talking about like kitty litter size, or like, you know, size to put in a slingshot? A quick story. When I was a young child, my mother sent me to school, and when I was at school all day, and when I came back, and she took my shoes off, she found a bell in one of my shoes. You know those kind of bells that, what's the word? Well, those kind of bells like you'd put like on a pet collar or something. Those little round ones that have like the ball inside. They had one of those in my shoe all day. Said I never cried or complained about it or anything. Nowadays I get a piece of lint in my shoe and it drives me crazy. But I'm gonna go with pebble in the shoe because 55% cannot be wrong. And we'll do one more, and that's probably enough today. It's gone on long enough. Alright, would you rather cut off each individual toe with a knife? Really, this is what we're ending with? Or pull out each tooth with pliers, including molars? What? This is a doozy. Yeah, I'm gonna have probably say the toes. That'd be awful. I can't. I hate pain. I hate pain. Both of them would be painful. Aside from the pain, I think losing my toes would be less life-changing than losing all my teeth. So I'm gonna say toes. I mean, because they're both gonna hurt a lot anyway. So, but that's enough for today. So what do you guys think of this? You want me to do more? I want to do more. I love doing these. They're fun. So let me know in the comments if you want to see more of this. And if you don't, I don't know. Maybe I'll do it anyway. It's fun. Anyway, don't forget to check out Mumbles. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description. Go subscribe to him. I like his presentation. He seems pretty cool. And so anyway, so if you like this, click the like button. If you didn't, I guess click the dislike button, but that would be sad. And if you haven't subscribed, be sure to do that. Alright guys, I'll see you later.